Hey guys, alright, I hope y'all are having like a really good day. But today I wanted to talk to y'all about something that I learned in my situation. So, without further ado, story time. The narcissist will always tell on themselves, okay? But it won't be the way that you think. It'll be in this roundabout, kind of subtle way of telling on themselves so that they can tell you what they're doing without you picking up on what that actually means that they told you, right? So, my narcissist, it was about a few months before the actual discard. He was just, I believe it was like the 4th of July. And he was sitting on the windowsill and he was just like longing, like this longing look, like, looking out the window. And he was like, I'm really thinking about getting a moped. Granted, he didn't have no fucking job or anything like that. So I'm like, I don't know how to fucking get that. But as a supportive spouse at the time, I was like, well, babe, you should just, get a job and save money, and I could totally see you saving up and getting a moped. I mean, I don't think they're like that much. So I can see that happening for you. And he was like really quiet. So let's fast forward to the discard. Now, 3 days after he discarded me and the kids, okay, he started stalking me physically, like on the street. Like it seems like he was everywhere. Like when I walked outside, he was there. But what was he there on? Because he used to ride a skateboard, okay? Like I said in a previous video, he used to ride a skateboard, which I was like, all right, whatever. I'm not like superficial like that. That's your means of transportation, do you? But um, so how are you stalking me now 3 days after the discard on a moped? On a moped with stickers on it and everything that he liked, that I knew that he stuck on there. I'm like, where the fuck did you get this moped from? So anyway, he's stalking me on this moped. And then I learned later down the road that the new supply well, she wasn't so new, and most supplies aren't new. They're new to you. They're new to you, but they're not new. Um, they're someone that person has been seeing for like ever. Okay? Um, they just finally were stupid enough to let that narc like move in with them. So the new supply obviously owned a moped. I found that out later on. Now, they didn't even make it 2 months. I have yet to figure out how in the hell I made it 3 years and some change. Okay? But the new supply had this moped. So essentially, what I'm telling you is hindsight actually is 2020. Hindsight really is 2020, because if you take conversations you had with your hopefully ex-narc, but your narc, and you look back at those conversations, and then you see after the discard those things come into fruition, and you see what that conversation actually meant, what he meant by looking out of the window and going, I'm thinking about getting a moped, really meant the new supply that I've been fucking for 6 months outside of our marriage has a moped, and I want it. And I'm thinking about leaving you to go get that. That's what that really meant. That's why when you see the narc after the discard, you wonder, like, how are you already married? How do you already have a house? How is this chick already pregnant? How did you get the? They've been working on it for a while. You just didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm sorry, because it's really hard to hear and accept, but it is what it is. And the narc does tell on themselves throughout your relationship the whole time, because they get off on it in this sick, twisted, fucked up way. They get off on hiding in plain sight. You know what I'm saying? So by him telling me he was thinking about getting a moped, it just meant I'm fucking someone that I think is better than you because they have a new material item that I want. And I'm going to leave you to go and get that thing. And by the way, narcissists don't look at any source of supply as a human being. What they look at you as, and every other supply, because they have multiple at one time, of course, as we all know by now, if you found this channel and you're watching it, you already know it's not just you, it's not just another supply, it's a bunch of them, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of them at one time. So, what that means is basically like you might equal a stable home or place to stay, and love and affection and adoration and attention. But Jessica or something over there, or for the guys, Tom or something over there would equal like money. So when they are out of money, they're like, hey, let me call Tom or Jessica. But they're not really calling Tom or Jessica, they're calling money. You know what I'm saying? Or someone, maybe gives them kinky sex, right? Not to say you didn't. You might be the dopest in the bedroom, right? But maybe that person is like a hooker. You know what I'm saying? So you're just not going to go to that disgusting level of broadcasting your sex uh, on social media or something like that, but they found someone who does. So they'll call like Angela or Andy, right? And that person doesn't equal Angela or Andy. Angela and Andy equal kinky sex, right? So basically you get the point. Every supply equals something they want, like, or need, right? And they rotate those supplies and only hit them up when they run out of that thing or crave that thing. You know what I mean? Whatever that thing is, whether it be money, sex, drugs, alcohol, a different place to stay, just anything, or a moped. In my case, it was a moped. And that supply, who didn't even last 2 months, oh man, she was so fucking stupid too. I mean, of course she knew about me, so whatever she got, that's what the fuck she gets. I don't feel sorry for her. Fuck her. And I hope she sees that. But anyway, yeah, so she didn't even make it 2 months. But where she fucked up at was when she kicked him out. She was so mad at him. She like he stole her moped when she kicked him out because she was dumb enough to obviously give him keys to the shit like a dumb bitch. And then so he rolls out with it, and then I guess she had his stuff. So the narc, like narcs do, going around narking, came back to her apartment and was like, hey, I'll trade you your own moped for my stuff, in exchange for my stuff. And she just gave him the moped, and he's had one ever since. And he's walking around here, or shit, I guess he sounds like mopeds to me kind of sound like, a really annoying bug just buzzing through the streets. He looks like one of those monkeys, with the cymbals just clapping on the bike, just like a monkey on a bike. He's just a monkey on wheels. I don't like monkeys, by the way. Anyway, so yeah, but she equaled a moped and she gave it to his dumb ass. And do you think he even remotely felt remorse about having her moped? No, he just used it to pick up other supply. He isn't thinking about her. He isn't thinking, hey, every time he got on that moped, he wasn't thinking, damn, I really screwed that chick over and screwed my wife and kids over. No, he was just like, I got my moped. So anyway, and that's how sick they are, dude. They don't give a shit about your feelings. They don't give a shit about what they did to you. They don't give a fuck about the kids, the house, the bills, the family, nothing. All that, like, he literally ditched his entire marriage and family, okay, because it was time to get him a moped. And that's how they see you. You're a thing. You are no different from a cell phone, a toaster, a refrigerator, a stove. I wouldn't even say a pair of shoes. They might even like a pair of shoes more than that. But you're just a thing. You are not a human being to them. You're nothing. You know what I mean? And when you don't work or you conk out, or because they have abused and used you so much, then you're technically broken. It's just time to get a new toaster or cell phone or whatever the shit that item is they want like that day. And they'll leave that other supply, they'll leave them too when someone else has a shinier new toy that they want to play with. And they don't want to work to get it, by the way. Narcs are usually broke as fuck, unless you're like my dad, who's a total narcissist, and he actually works. We'll talk about him in a total another video. I mean, ugh. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you're just stuff to them. And you're just stuff that's a means of getting more stuff. But the narc will tell on themselves, and it'll be in subtle ways. And when you think back to those conversations you used to have with a narc, you'll pinpoint certain things they said and be like, oh my God. They were telling me the whole time that they were cheating on me, and they were telling me the whole time they were about to leave. There's no way you can see that, so please don't beat yourself up. Because if you're not a piece of shit with no morals and values, with a demonic hole in place of a heart that's black as fuck, there's no way you could have saw that. So anyway, I hope this helps in some way. I hope you can relate to this. Hopefully you can't relate, because I hope that didn't happen. But if you're on a narc abuse site, it probably happened to you, and you'll remember some things and go, oh my God, and all the puzzle pieces will come totally together. Anyway, I love you guys, and I hope you have a really beautiful day. I might give you another video tonight, because there's just so much shit to talk about with these people. They just never stop being shit. So, anyway, love y'all. Bye.